Hi, I'm Jamie Korowski. Welcome to my library. I am the school librarian here, and one of the greatest things about my job is helping students select new books to read. Today I'd like to share with you one of my personal all-time favorite books, and it is The Giver by Lois Lowry. And The Giver is the story of a very interesting world. In this world, we'll refer to it as a world of sameness. There is no color, there are no pets, there's no poverty or crime or sickness or unemployment. And that's the world that Jonas, our main character, knows. He knows nothing else. There are no real choices in Jonas's world, and by that I mean a committee actually assigns jobs to young people when they're 12 years old, and they match people up for marriage, and they decide if you can have children or not. So everyone actually is very safe in the community of sameness, but they're not making any big life decisions for themselves. We find Jonas going to his ceremony of 12, and that's the big day when he will find out his role within his community. And the interesting thing is Jonas was selected rather than assigned to a role, and his role is called receiver. And you see, one person in the community has to receive all the memories of life before this sameness. And Jonas didn't even know such a job existed because it is done in isolation and it isn't discussed. So he will train privately with whom he comes to call the Giver, his predecessor. And he's warned that his training and his job will actually inflict a lot of physical pain, but he still has no idea what to expect. And from the moment he first meets the Giver, he knows that this will be a very interesting role. For example, the Giver can turn off the speaker that elders can listen in on. So there's privacy like no privacy in the community that Jonas has ever seen before. And his training involves the Giver transmitting memories to him. Imagine feeling snow for the very first time, or feeling cold even for the very first time. And then imagine feeling the emotion of love and how wonderful that would be. But with all of these happy and wonderful memories comes some really awful memories. And with the awful memories, Jonas is forced to face the truth about his own community. So I hope you enjoy this excerpt from The Giver. Go, the Giver would tell him tensely. I'm in pain today. Come back tomorrow. On those days, worried and disappointed, Jonas would walk alone beside the river. He wondered what lay in the far distance, where he had never gone. The land didn't end beyond those nearby communities. Were there hills elsewhere? Were there vast wind-torn areas? Giver, he asked one afternoon following in a day when he had been sent away, what causes you pain? When the Giver was silent, Jonas continued, the chief elder told me at the beginning that the receiving of memory causes terrible pain. And you described to me that the failure of the last new receiver released painful memories to the whole community. But I haven't suffered. I haven't suffered, Giver, not really. Jonas smiled. Oh, I remember the sunburn you gave me on the very first day. That wasn't so terrible. What is it that makes you suffer so much? If you gave me some of it, maybe your pain would be less. The Giver nodded. Lie down, he said. It's time, I suppose. I can't shield you forever. You'll have to take it all on eventually. Let me think, he went on when Jonas was on the bed, waiting, a little fearful. All right, the Giver said after a moment. I've decided. We'll start with something familiar. Let's go once again to a hill and a sled. He placed his hands on Jonas's back. The Giver's book level is 5.7, but I read it for the first time as a college student, and it is very intense. It's full of tremendous writing, and it's really simple yet powerful. It's had a long-lasting impact on me. I think you'd really enjoy reading the book, and I'd love to talk with you more about it once you've finished reading it. Thanks for stopping by the library. Have a good day.